I'm Xavier Lefebvre from LEFSON. Today we are in the studio part of our workshop in the north of France, and I'm very happy to present to you our new device, the DCAD, Discrete Class A distributor. Don't hesitate to contact us if you have any question, and see you soon on LEFSON.com. The LEFSON DCAD is a Class A audio distributor, fully discrete, audiophile quality, designed and assembled by hand in France by the LEFSON company. In other words, it's an audio-active device with independent outputs, designed for professionals of sound. By its sonic performances, its functional innovations, and its many accurate settings, the DCAD will satisfy both instrumentalists and the most experienced sound engineers. The ROD distributor is the most suitable to summarize all the DCAD many functions, because this unique device can be used as a signal splitter, a reamper, or simply as a direct input box. But overall, thanks to its traditional and innovative design, the DCAD allows to interconnect all kinds of audio equipment, instruments, microphones, mixing desks or any hardware device, and even speakers. This Class A audio distributor is elaborated to resolve all usual technical conflicts which may happen in studio recording or on stage. On the top of a rack or on the floor, the device can operate in all situations. That is said in the name, DCAD, Discrete Class A distributor. Both the audio chain and the DC power supply are made using discrete components. There is no semiconductor inside of our device. All the Class A stages are powered by a discrete and regulated DC converter with many types of secured protections. Voltage and current limiters will be activated if any external problem comes to disturb the operating of the DCAD. A discrete 48-volt phantom DC supply allows to use all types of microphones. The mic line input is fitted with a rotary level attenuator. You can disconnect it or use it until 60 dB of attenuation. All the audio-active stages of the DCAD are designed according to the audiophile LEFSON's Class A transistor circuits. The ROD audiophile is very important for us, because we think that a simple Class A electronic stage is not enough to get the best results. We don't hesitate to use better vintage assembling methods, even if it takes more time. All components and parts of the DCAD are assembled by hand in our workshop in the north of France, using a high-end silver solder. This significantly reduces the electrical resistance of contacts and keeps all of the smallest details of an audio signals, particularly in the high tones. The device is delivered in a Paley case, model 1520, totally waterproof, lifetime guaranteed, with an external power supply, the BT36, with 2 power cables, some spare fuses, and a user manual. LEFSON wants to provide its users with maximum safety when transporting the DCAD. That's why everything is placed in a high-density protective foam. An air automatic pressure balancing valve ensures optimal air transport. The BT36 is a 36-volt AC supply fully dedicated to the DCAD and designed around a high-quality toroidal transformer from the brand Amplimo. The BT36 can operate at 150 volt or 230 volt. It is provided with current and voltage protections for each of these two values. The LEFSON DCAD can receive and process the audio signal of all types of equipment: instrument, speaker, microphone, line level of any device. Simply connect the source in the appropriate socket and select the corresponding input type using the rotary switch provided for this purpose. Whether an audio signal comes from a high or low impedance output, with low or high level, with balanced or unbalanced connection, the input stages of the LEFSON DCAD allow perfect electronic adaptation with optimal signal reproduction. To reduce the dimensions of the DCAD, we use TRS Neutrik jacks for the balanced microphone line input and even for the balanced mode of the ISO output. The LEFSON DCAD has 4 switchable outputs, ISO 1 to ISO 4, each of them with one Class A output stage using a Londal transformer and the same passive settings. Foot switch activation, selection of the output impedance, 6 positions from 2 ohms to 82 kilo ohms, phase inversion, choice of the type of connection, balanced or unbalanced. These settings allow each output to be connected with all audio equipment types, instrument amplifier, effect pedal, dynamics or spatial effect, and of course mixing desk or recorder. But the LEFSON DCAD has also a fifth active and balanced output called 5/1 direct output. This name comes from the transformation ratio of the output Lundal transformer used, equal to 5/1. No additional settings for this output. It's always operational and can be connected to dynamics, special effects, a mixing desk or a recorder. To illustrate all these technical possibilities, let's take some examples of configurations that the LEFSON DCAD will enable you to perform. Consider the case of an instrument connected to the corresponding input. A through output parallel to this input can be connected, among others, to a tuner. The ISO1 to ISO4 outputs are all connected to an amplifier. For use in live, their activation is performed with the foot. The direct 5/1 output acts as a direct input box, allowing the sound engineer to get a copy of the audio signal regardless of the states of the 4 ISO outputs. Second example, a voice recording. A microphone is connected to the corresponding input. The ISO1 to ISO4 outputs allow the simultaneous use of various dynamic possibilities. By comparing the 4 tracks recorded, the sound engineer can comfortably choose the most suitable for the artistic production of the project. Other application with a microphone, why not singing in an amplifier? This third example illustrates the well-known function of reamping or post-amplification that also allows the LEFSON DCAD. A clean guitar track is played from the recorder to be sent through the mixing desk in the line input of the DCAD. The ISO output is connected to the input of an instrument amplifier. Unbalanced type of connection, TS as tip sleeve, is selected. The amplifier is set to create the conditions of live instrument soundtake, and the microphone picks up the acoustic signal emitted by the speakers. A recording is made, the reamping is finished. In the same way, you can imagine a multi-ramping configuration. Let's take an example with a large room with 4 lines of studio monitors or 4 instrument amplifiers from different models. You can independently set the phase and the impedance of each line of post-amplification. When everything is adjusted, choose the right place for your microphones and record the ambience. It's a perfect configuration for a sound engineer to make a multi-channel recording 5.1 or more with a multi-sources post-amplification in a true room. The DCAD may also receive and process audio signals of very high amplitude, up to 100 volt AC or about 600 watts under 16 ohms. A passive divider with a 100/1 ratio is used to connect any speaker directly to this speaker input. It thus becomes possible to electrically capture the power stage of an amplifier without any spectral degradation. Other application with a speaker, why not connecting the power stage of an amplifier in the pre-amplifier stage of another one? With the DCAD you can use unbalanced effects in your mix. Just start from an unbalanced or balanced insert send or a bus output from any mixing desk or recorder. You can adjust the level of the line input with a rotary PAD attenuator. Select the ISO output of your choice, then the TS for unbalanced connection type, adjust the output impedance and make the desired combinations of your unbalanced effects. When this is done, connect the last effect to the unbalanced insert return or to an instrument input. If you are a little bit more crazy, you can imagine many different configurations. With a small summing box or mixer, you can connect until 4 effect channels from the DCAD. Among all the possibilities of the LEFSON DCAD, if you should return only one thing, it could be, with the DCAD, adapt and split any source to any device.